Okay, so the opening shot here, these slow motion bits, we were told by people in our first couple of drafts that if we did it in slow motion, it would add to the effect of the narrative and it would make it a bit more emotional. So we added slow motion to make it kind of add to the narrative feeling a bit. In this location, we originally filmed in somewhere different, but we thought it was a bit rural, and we got told it was too rural. So we filmed in a bit more urban area like this with brick background and an arch background as well. So we thought it added to the effect of the video a bit better, especially with the artist transitioning in the narrative. So yeah, we used a bit more urban area like the arch here. We also used quite a lot of natural lighting, especially in the arch there, and we also use natural lighting in this shot here. For this shot here, originally when we first did it in the arch, the lighting wasn't very good because we did it inside the arch, so the lighting of it was not good. So we positioned ourselves just outside the arch so that the natural lighting coming from the sun would give us better lighting and would light up my face a bit more. So I'd be more visible, and so the performance would be better. Here the lighting was key. When we originally did the projector in our first couple of drafts, the projector was fine, but the lighting was a bit too yellowy, and so it made the fire much more unrealistic. So we changed the colouring of it to make it more red, include more reds in the fire to make it more realistic. So for this location, we used different ones in the first couple of drafts. We did it in woods, but Miss thought it was too rural again. We got feedback from people saying it was too rural. So we kind of got a mixture of urban and rural. So we got a road in a kind of rural area. So it was a kind of mix between the two. So it was a bit more realistic.
Very good.
Again, the lighting, we use natural lighting in this. We use all natural lighting in that shot as well, walking down the road. The lighting was interesting here, much like the beginning of the video where I was sat on the bed and where I was laid down on the bed. We used torches and lamps as well, and we put paper over them, because at first my face was quite dark because we were originally getting lighting from the window behind where I am there. But throughout, when I stand up and I face away from the window, my face was dark and you could hardly see my face. So we started using other lighting sources like lamps and torches as well to light up my face a bit more, but not so much that it would look like unrealistic.
So if it was here, you broke it. Some of the other stuff that you probably have on the other side.
This also told us in our first couple of drafts we didn't use enough movement. We were quite static with our camera movements. We didn't really move the camera around very much, which meant the video was always quite slow and it always stayed at the same pace. So we were told to use much more camera movements and transitions, meaning that walking down the road with the camera always in front of me, as well as in the arch shot, which should be coming up in a minute. We use much more movement, which kind of allowed the video to flow a bit more. Obviously here as well, we got movement, the camera moving with the artist. So that helped us to kind of make the video a bit better, a bit more interesting to watch as well. As you can see here, 360, pan around the artist again. The lighting was hard here. We didn't use any external lighting. All the lighting was from the fire, which we were told to do because I think any other lighting would be unrealistic. So we were told to kind of stick to filming with the light of the fire and nothing else. This is where we jump cut. We use this location as a kind of way to link where the artist is at the fire, and also when he's walking down the country lane, it's kind of to show the artist transition into the fire. So we use some jump cuts and use different editing techniques to kind of to show the artist moving between both locations.
Also, what thing you used
It was all natural lighting here, again, much like the arch we used, just all natural lighting to light up the artist.
One like how to remake Spy Presley. Choose one about. Oh,
Again, we could have done a bit better lighting possibly, but obviously when I was sitting down, the lighting with the fire was absolutely fine because it lights up the my face and my body as well, so it kind of gives a good realistic effect.
I'm not so sure if I would have him sort of like tearing.
Also in the fire, originally in our first couple of drafts, we did it in a different location. It was in the same place but in a different fire pit, and it was much more open and it had more trees around it, and there was a building around it as well. And people giving us feedback were telling us it wasn't realistic, and that we should try and get a bit more smaller, secluded place where the trees weren't visible, the building was invisible, and where it looked as if I was completely in a secluded place. So we did that. We got a smaller place, and as you can see in the background, nothing visible, and it looks like in the middle of nowhere, which is what we were going for. Also, we in our first couple of drafts, we didn't film too late. We always filmed kind of about 5 o'clock, where there was still a bit of daylight coming through, meaning that it was much easier for us to film with kind of no light, and we were able to use kind of sunlight to as a light source. However, in the video feedback, we got a lot of feedback saying that we should film at night completely in complete darkness as opposed to in the evening. So we filmed in complete darkness. We filmed at night as well. We got all the light naturally from the fire, so we used that as a way to light up the artist. We also got a lot of feedback saying that we should film a lot more close-ups of the artist by the fire, so we did that as well.
Are you guys done? Okay, I'm going to be closing the vlog for the end of the week, so we have to the end of the week to sort out any other stuff on the vlog.
Is that on Friday? Oh.
So yeah. For locations, I think with the Digipack we went with something very similar to what we had in the video. I think in the fire scene, the location was very dark. It was very much just the artist was visible and nothing else was visible. It was very dark in the background. So that's what we went for in the Digipack, with the dark background and the artist in front of the dark background with a small amount of lighting him up. As far as lighting is concerned for Digipack, we went into a photography room. We used professional lighting, a large light, and we put a light to one side of the artist, which is what we used for the picture here of the half face of the artist. So we put the light to one side, and for the actual main front cover of the Digipack, we actually put a light below the artist and held out the hands. This way, the light would kind of go up the front of the body, and it would look as if he was holding a fire, then it would light up the front of his body as opposed to behind him or his face. So we put a light below the artist, so it'd be a bit more realistic. And also we for the one with the hand, we got a light and shone it directly at the hand, and so we kind of darkened lighting around it, and so it looked like it was just lighting the front, first bit of his hand here. Similar to the Digipack, I think for the lighting here, you got the light under the artist as if he was holding a fire underneath the front of his body here.
Is that what you said?
So yeah.
Is that what you said? That shot is